Hello, welcome back to James Plays Caesar 4. I want to thank you for watching my videos and for your nice comments and your likes. I really appreciate it. Well, let's get right into it. The days of Roman kings are over, but Rome's greatness continues as the Republic extends her reach to distant lands. Rome looks west as campaigns continue against the Gauls and the other enemies of Rome. Now, this is one of my favorite maps, so this is fun. Burdigala. We're up in northern France, northern Gaul in those days, but it's up in northern France looking out over the sea there. The province of Aquitania is filled with hostile natives who have relentlessly attempted to drive Roman civilization out of the area. You are to recruit and maintain a large and experienced military force in the province. Expect frequent attacks, although unsophisticated, lightly armed and poorly trained. The local Gauls are numerous. Of course, they should be no match for a properly developed Roman legion. Build trade facilities to import iron and other essentials. Importing goods can help keep your city of Burdigala smaller and easier to defend. Growing food locally for both the city and the army is, however, necessary. Do not neglect the morale of your cohorts. Being faced with regular attacks may prove wearing for them. Secure the province and keep Rome happy, and you will succeed in this assignment. All right, tell Caesar, thanks a lot. He has my undying loyalty. And his demands are not that severe. You have culture at 15, very easily done. That's low. Security, 30, okay. Should be done. You got to fight off the Gauls, so you will have to have some military for sure. It's a military mission. Prosperity, 25. Easily done. Won't need an upper class for that, so we'll keep it small. Favor, 40. Population, 800. Sometimes I think this low population is sort of a hint that you could do it with 800 if you really knew how to do it, efficiently. But we don't care about that. We're not trying to be the Bobby Fischer. We're just trying to have a little fun with what I think is one of the most enjoyable games. It's not too hard. It's not too easy. It's really nice. But of course, we have these roads. This road, it's a great road. It's long and generous. They gave it to us. So it's a shame to just wipe out these diagonal roads. But this is the right orientation, so everything should go this way. So I don't know. I'd like to save some money. Let me put it on pause, of course. There we go. Don't forget to do that. And thanks for coming along on this mission. Don't mind me if I ramble on a bit about how much I love this game and play my little game where I kind of pay attention to the characters. I come from a long line of storytellers, and I'm a novelist, and I had my theater days back when I first began to dabble in game design myself. My brother Jack and I kind of streamlined the Dungeons and Dragons formula with our own game we invented. We'll talk about that, I guess. But first, we have a city to build and an empire to defend. So we'll put in the James Antonius block here. And of course, we want to have the dimensions down, so we put in a preliminary block just so we can build our city. Know where to put things. Now you can see I'm encroaching on some farmland there, but not here on the side. right? I'm just taking off a slice of it, as little as I can. Put this road in, because that's the limit of our city that way. Middle class. Oh, I'm sorry, missed the middle class. I'm not filling in those upper blocks there because I don't have the money yet. We get money and we need the guys. We'll definitely put them in. But right now, we're doing this, and I have another confession. I did just do this, a run through of this. I call it a dress rehearsal, and I talked to you and everything, but I knew I wasn't recording. I just wanted to have kind of a dress rehearsal. I hope I get better at doing this. I watched my last city, and it was fun to watch, but I made some mistakes, and it's okay, but I hope I get better, and I hope I'm not too, boring. I don't know. Some of you were nice enough to watch, and I appreciate that. Gonna need old Mars in this one. There's Jupiter, of course. Have to put my pal Jupiter in there. He's like my rich uncle in the sky. We go up to Mount Olympus and hang out. People think I'm crazy, but I'm not. It's real. I do. I go up and hang out with a guy. He likes it. I put this tax office in here. And I'm not going to say anything about the separation of church and state this time. Don't worry. Not doing it. Okay, there we go. I hope the level is good. I know there's a lag that's kind of annoying, but, I'd like to go with whatever the technology is and not get too hung up on all that. Let somebody else worry about that. There is one thing I want to show you, though, this time. And we got this here. Instead of putting the school on the side like I did in Corrales, it didn't really work as well. I put it in the middle of the city because the school has great reach in all directions. But if you put it on the side, it's like, putting your queen on the side of the board in chess. It doesn't have as much power as it does on the middle of the board. It goes for any piece, of course. But the school, so we'll put the school in here, right here. It's just a plan for it. We don't need to put the school in yet. We're in early days. We're going to put water in and stuff like that, but just a way to show you that sometimes you can plan out your squares, because now the school will fit right in there. And now I know it's going to be there as soon as I can put it in when I need it. We don't need much culture here, but I just wanted to show you how to kind of plan. That's fun. We might even put an Odeum in here or the bathhouse or something. Bathhouse is good to have in the center of your city. So we'll get there. So each time I play these scenarios, though, I do tend to do things just a little bit differently. That's the richness of this game, that you can have many variations on a theme, and they set it up that way. I don't know if they meant to do it, if they were just a bunch of stumbling geniuses, or maybe a mediocre genius like me. I'm a genius, but I'm mediocre about it. So I'm only half-baked. I'm half-baked about my geniosity. Other than that, though, I'm great. Tough job being a mediocre genius. A lot of self-appreciation needed. Okay, well, I'm just playing around here and wasting your time. I don't want to do that. Because you know what we need here. We need some water. You can't have a civilization without water, really? Come on. Call yourself civilized? That's the place, right? That's where we always go. So we get our little aqueduct here. And what are we doing? Let's just go back here. Not make a big deal out of it. We're Romans. We aqueduct. I know that you foolish, uncivilized Gauls think it's a big deal, but it's not. Oops, I missed. Bragging, I missed. There we go. There we go. We're Romans. We know just what we're doing. Always. We're totally certain we're right, whatever we do. Because we're Romans, that's what we do. I don't know. What do you think? Up there, down here? Doesn't matter. They'll go and get it. Might be nice to put something else up there. All right, we'll go here. All right, there's the beginnings of the city. We need food, of course. How are we going to do that, guys? What do you think? Food? We can do food. We can do food down here, I guess. Right? They can come down here. South of the school. The future school. It's a little far, but I don't know. Put it right in the center. Yeah, that's too far. Something like that, maybe. And save that for something else if we need it. Yeah, I like that. And of course, you gotta snug up a granary. I used to put a road between the granary and the store, but I don't know. It's nice to save some room. I mean, they're just gonna... It'll work this way too. Just as much access to the store as anything. And you can put your farms around there. Farms. Let's get some farms. The big three. Let's go do this though. Okay. Big three. Got our farms. I'm gonna do... They said, remember how he said that clever ambassador or emissary from Caesar's? It's something about your cohorts and their, what do they call it, the morale or something. That means give them plenty of meat. So we're definitely putting down the meat too. So here's a grain field. I guess we'll go out this way. We got plenty of whatchamacallit there. Hey, how about farmland? Yeah, that's what you call it. And we'll put some pastures right up snug against here with the gates facing toward him. Oh, come on, really? Okay, that's cool. Get it in here. That's good. Okay, got some food. Goes into here. Goes to the market. Market feeds the people. People get happy. We have a happy time. All right, we don't have a clinic, which we need. We don't have any police, which we need. You know how we do that. You know how we roll. Put in a clinic. Get our policemen, firemen, militia, engineering office. And you know what? Because there is need for militia in this one, I would think. Let's put in an extra policeman. Right? Maybe even another one up there. I know it's a little bit overkill, but it's good to have. It really is when the bad guys show up, if you don't have enough military. So let's do that. And to sweeten the deal, just a little, we'll go here. Put in a little hedgerow, I don't know, maybe a little bush. What's wrong with a little bush? Maybe a large bush? Will it fit in there? No. Small tree, maybe? That might be nice. Yeah, we'll small tree it. Maybe a little hedgerow. Anything I can put up here? No? Okay, that's a little garden out there to soften the blow of all the cops. But when the bad Gauls show up, if they do, you want that clinic defended. You want those shrines defended. You know how Zeus can get. He's kind of touchy. But okay, we got that already. We got the food. We got that. We must now realize that it is time to build our first bridge, because we need this bridge. If we don't have it and the enemy shows up, our town burns down, because the enemy will just sit there and the police won't turn into firemen. The firemen won't save the town if it starts to burn, and it just slowly but surely begins to burn. I remember one time, it may have been this mission, I'm not sure, it may have been another one. I didn't realize they were even there. I didn't have the music on or whatever it was, and I didn't know it, so they just burned my town burned down. I'm like, why is my town burning down? There was no answer. No answer at all. It was just burning. Oh, okay. Great. Okay. I put this road in here for a purpose because we are desperately going to need a couple of things here. And this might take a little finesse. Let's see. 15 minutes. All right. We're doing well. Here we are. Our nice little city, Roman city, eagle, the golden eagle, shining bright. If you've ever seen the HBO series Rome, one of the best things ever done on the Roman Empire. I'm a big fan of all those, the robe and Jesus of Nazareth and all those Roman era movies. And I've done a lot of research myself on that era. There's the Romans long before that up here in Burdigala, where Julius Caesar conquered the many Gallic tribes with the great battles of Alesia. But here we are, and we have to defend our city against the Gauls up here that are still trying to foolishly rebel. And we have to open up some trade routes here. Now, this trade route gives us some pottery, basic needs. We're going to need that, but not right away. This one sells furniture, and I say yay to that. So we'll open up that. We got so much timber. Latium does the weapons, and we should definitely open up this trade route, but it's expensive, and we can't make weapons until we get an economy going that can support it. And here we have 225 timber, and I say yes to that. Sardinia, they'll send us clothing, which is nice, and incense, which is an exotic good we won't need. But I think we will need clothing because, as I must confess, I already did a run-through of this because I wanted to do it well, and, of course, when I went to record it. So I did a dress rehearsal. I did it by accident the first time, but sometimes in the creative process that happens. You do something, and you say, oh, I got to do this again for whatever reason. I think it was because the recording ran out. And it was 2 hours long, so it was too long. And so I decided to do that as a matter of principle. So I turned a sin into a virtue, as human beings love to do. And now I did a run-through, so maybe I'll do this a little more smoothly. Although it was fun, and I did win easily. But it was a lot of fun. The Gauls showed up and burned down my town a couple of times. And I made a big drama scene out of it. It was great. Enjoyed it a lot. Maybe we'll do that again. But until then, let's see. I think that's good. We'll open up the furniture. We'll open up the timber. We'll get that done. And we'll get that done on this sunny side of the street here. Because what we really need to do, and what we really have to do right away, is, of course, create a defense against the Gauls. And that's going to take some work. We're on pause still. We're going to come out here and begin this process. Notice how I'm using straight roads, no diagonals. Don't want anything to do with those diagonals, okay? Now, I used to scatter my timber camps throughout the woods, but on this particular map, that's not advisable because you can't put your timber camps up there. You can on the other side of the river, I believe, but not on this side. We got to sell 225 timber. And that's a lot of timber, let me tell you, son. So what we'll do is we'll put as many timber camps as we can up here. Expanding ever more timber camps. And we will sell them to the trade port that we made already. This one. This one. No, that one. Let's see. Sure. That's furniture. It's our furniture guy. That's our wood guy. Okay. Furniture guy and wood guy. Trade port. Trade port. Very nice. And trade depot. Hold on here. If you need to erase it, you got to go back to the shop screen here. Go back, and it'll be back there again. I just want to make sure. I just want to put this trade port so that it hits that road. Why not? If I can. See, I can. It was over one, but there we go. And then put this one right next to it, just so you can always find them. It's easier to find like that. It doesn't really matter about the stairs. There's stairs here. These are the main stairs, so I don't know if it matters. We'll see. But this guy sells furniture, buys iron. We're going to need it. We can't get it naturally. So we're going to do that. We won't need perfume. This lovely trade port, what does it do? It buys wool, sells timber, and it sells all a lot, 225. It'll take a while to get up to max, but we'll give it a shot. And for now, just going to put a warehouse here for iron, for wool. Yeah. Okay. And I would say maybe just one warehouse for timber. Most of the timber we're going to sell, but whatever might overflow, although it won't for a while, we'll put in there. Because we need it for factories. And first, we need it for, you guessed it, you got it, you know it. Furniture factories, which they generously let us build. I think it's 30. So I'm going to just, for now, build 2, although maybe leave room for another one. I don't know. Let's go with 2. And if we need another one, we'll put in another row. We need a lot of factories out here, so it's good to do. Alright? That'll start the ball rolling. When we get the wool and we get the iron in, then we'll be good to go on that. We also want to put in another product here that can help us to evolve our citizens without imports. We got one thing we can do, which we're going to do out here. And that's going to be some olive farms. Yes, yes indeed. Olive farms it is. There's one. Can I put one over here? There's 2. And maybe we'll do some other things out here later, but right now we need 4 olive groves, right? 1, 2, 3. That's good. 4. And more. Road up. Always good to have a nice link, right? Makes it nice and continuous, eh? I think this is good. This is looking even better than last time. We'll need a little prefecture out here, though, to cover these lands. More protection. Engineer's post. We got 1,800. I think that's good. Anything I've forgotten? I don't think so. We need to fill these in as soon as we can, if we need to. We'll see. What do you say we go? Let's go. Let's get it going here. And as always, we like to look at the fountain, so we'll dress that up right now. Fountain. There you go. And hey, how about, we got a little extra here. How about just a couple of decorative plazas? Impress the folks as they come in. We got the money. It's not that expensive. We're not going to go whole hog here, but we'll make a nice plaza. There we go. Oh, we missed a spot. We get it? We didn't. Come on, one plaza? Can't get it. Ah, there we go. And there they are, getting their water. I think I'll get myself some water. Gotta stay hydrated, you know. It's my secret to a long and successful life. Lots of ice water. Constantly. Right by your side. Within arm's reach at all times. I'm serious. Alright. Here come the good folks coming in. They may feel a little insecure. They're not getting paid. They're not gonna like that. But they got a market. That's good. Gotta build up some goods here. I think maybe in anticipation of the goods. And anticipation is a word in this game, I think. You know what I mean? You have to be ready. You have to anticipate what's coming. I know those terrible Gauls are coming, so I have to get ready for them. I gotta have plenty of guys. So I'm going to put in my market, my basic goods market, to see if we can get the lower class up and running as best we can. We got a nice little sort of warehouse, industrial area right there, which is nice. I like that. That's just that one district. That's like a district, you know, where you get it out of the way. It's far enough away from the houses there. Won't affect desirability too bad. Especially since we put that plaza in. They'll like that. All right, good. Got $4 left. It's April, though. And we are going to begin selling. We are selling. We're also importing, but we shouldn't be. Let's stop importing. Can't use it quite yet. I hope you got the memo. Yeah, he got it. This guy needs to get it too. But we did get a shipment in, but now we got to stop because we don't have any exports because we didn't really put any exports out here. I don't think we put a prefect office out here either. That is a mistake. We're burning up out here. Governor doesn't care. Just out there playing his dumb city games. He doesn't care about us out here in the boonies working. He doesn't care. Oh wait, maybe he does. Okay, this warehouse is chock full, so I want to get going right away. I'm not even going to look and see what kind of labor we have because we just need to, as soon as we can. I've been there, guys. I know. All right, we need to put in a nice little armor factory. Notice how that guy came out the front door because I know how to put the front door. And I think just for... Oh, it won't fit there. Of course it won't. What are you, nuts? Just for fun, we're going to put a weapons factory. And I think another weapons factory. And begin that process. This is set for timber, right? Timber. But you know, we're going to need warehouses for weapons. It's funny because we need like warehouse. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this for weapons. Right, that one's for weapons. This one's for armor. But we're also going to put one over here. Warehouse. And this thing's going to be for Olive oil. Little furniture. Little armor. Little weapons. You're going to say, Gamer, Jamer, what are you doing putting that over there? You putting weapons over there? I mean, I can see you want to bring the furniture from over here to over here, because someday you're going to put it in a luxury market, and these guys are going to suck it up, and they're going to get furniture, and your prosperity's going to go up. Of course, we get that. We've watched your other videos. You don't have to keep telling us over and over again the basics of the game. We got you. Oh, this is a big mistake right here. Oh, man. I forgot to shut this down. I got it shut down. Olives in there. I don't want wool over there. That's supposed to be the city warehouse, and I forgot to shut it down. That's a mistake. It'll empty out, though. Don't worry. Okay. Hate to do mistakes in front of the whole world. That's okay, Jamer Gamer. Everybody makes mistakes. Even Potato McWhiskey, the greatest Civ player and teacher in the world. Malaria. They got malaria. Come on. In northern France, you're talking malaria? I don't think so. But if you say so, I can't argue with the AI gods. But what I can do, and what you want me to do, I know you do, game. I know you're just telling me to do this, because it has to be done. Got to put in your... Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to put it there. I want to show you that it's better to put it in the middle of the thing, but I don't know if it'll reach all the over here. Let's try. Can always hit the erase button, right? Oops. Get it situated here. See if it steams up. If it steams up, we're in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Oh, it is. We're in. Just want to show you again that put something in the middle of the game, in the middle of the deal here. Look at that. We're hurting on money. Go up here to the screen. Look at health. Bathhouse. You know, it reaches everywhere and fits in the center of the city. That's why the school here is going to make all the difference. I'll show you the school. Education, school, right? And what the hell? I'll put it in. I mean, what the heck? I'll put it in here. And you see that little bit of white? That's the front. I'll face it toward these guys. Makes them happy. Now in Corrales, I put foolishly put the school over here on the side, and I realized later that I was wrong. I often have problems watching other people play this game too, because I'm always like, no, don't do that. You don't put the tax office there, like that. Critiquing the other guys that play. It's all in good fun, but now I find it doing to myself. I say, oh no, don't erase that cow field. What are you doing, you fool? But, every game is that way, and everybody plays it differently and all that. It's fun. We're having fun. Only all just for fun, not to prove that we're the most geniosity that ever geniosity. That's the problem with chess. If you lose a game of chess, your intellect is on the line. Vanity. All this vanity. Yes, of course. What are you doing out there, Jamer Gamer? I am putting in some fields. But I'm no fool. These fields are for and of and by our fearless military. We must create a military out here, because they are fierce out here. There is great danger playing out here, because the enemy will show up out here. Those sneaky Gauls will come in and burn these guys down. So we're going to need some protection. That's what I'm talking about out here. But first, they won't be around for a while, because they don't know we're here yet. They'll find out. By then, we'll have ourselves a protection. But for now, let's get this food going, because an army doesn't fight on an empty stomach, guys. You hear me? You got to give them some food. So as dangerous it is out on these outer regions, we're going to put some farms out here. We do want to keep it away from this area so that can be used for our industries. We want industries out there, so we want it to be used for our ... industries. And okay, there's that. We got that. That's good. It's all right now. We need a granary. I know we got 2 cattle fields there, and that may be overkill. Let's put a granary. Can it fit there? Yeah, dig it. Alright, but we need that for timber camps, because we're going to need more timber. That kind of encroaches on here, but I think we can put some more factories in there. 103 and it's November and we're 103 in the hole. That's not good. Let's go up here.
Our city doesn't have enough. Rome considers your efforts
46
to be
savings.
mediocre.
Oh my God. We gotta be doing some major selling here. And soon. Come on, boys. I'm a little carried away with those imports, and if we don't have at least $200 by the time December comes around, there's $34. So we might want to just try to...
Rome considers your efforts to be mediocre.
Really? That's surprising, because I'm trying my best. I mean, if it's not good for Caesar, all I can say is Caesar knows best, and I will try harder. Thank you. Although being mediocre is kind of nice. You know? Old Gaius Julius Caesar was not mediocre by any means, but see what got him? Stabbed in the back by his friends. Not good. Alright, $29. Not selling much here because of these furniture factories. But if we could sell some furniture, if the furniture guy would come waltzing across the bridge in the early morning light here, buy this furniture would be alright. Let's watch for him. He's got to be out there. Somewhere. He might come from this other side. Because, my friends, we need an economy so we have the money to build a military. Otherwise, the Gauls are going to come and burn and pillage. Which is not only sad when people get burned and pillaged, but it's embarrassing to Rome, you know, which is of course worse than the people. Caesar does not like to be embarrassed by his governors, but Caesar is going to be fooled because we're going to make just enough money to give him his cut. He needs 200, we got 300. As long as we don't spend any money and I just sit here and talk, we should be okay. Of course, we're out of iron. But in January, we can certainly build more iron. You know, this is early days. I don't think we're maxing out anything. But we sold 11 furniture. That saved our bacon. 24 of 225. That's not good. But we'll get there. It's the early days. We got enough to get through to December. And now we can begin in January to spend money again. As long as we got his cut. Here comes the timber guy. He comes a lot. He wants 225 timber, so he just keeps coming. Which is good. I'm out of favor. That's not good. I don't know why. He got his cut. Never went into the black. What's his problem? I must have lost some favor, huh?
Rome considers your efforts to be
28.
mediocre.
That's not good. But that's okay. I'm mediocre. I understand. Next year, though, you watch. He'll love me. Now, what we need to do, I think very importantly, is to do what we can to up our timber output. But it's hard because You got a lot of hills out here, so they don't let you do it. But you want to sell as much timber as you can. It might be okay, good. Got some timber out here. Yeah, I'm gonna go over a little overboard out here. I want to get it done. Farm there can go on the other side. It's grain farm. Don't need it up here. Don't need 2 cattle farms. Need that vegetable farm. A little redesign, just like they did in the civilizations in real life. You know, civilizations were built on top of other civilizations, just like in your town or city, right? In your, if you're old enough, of course. Some of you younger folks, maybe not, but if you're old enough, you know that things come and go. You know, I went back to my old school, my college in Vermont. I had a lovely school, Johnson, Vermont, that I went to back in the day, many decades ago, back in the 70s, late 70s. I went back there. I couldn't find my way around. I couldn't find my old job in the maple syrup factory in Essex Junction. I think the factory was still there. Here we have a request from Caesar. He wants weapons. Well, guess what, Caesar? You're not getting them. Because I got to build a military, and that's what I'm going to do right now. It's February. Do we have the money? No. Do we care? Yeah, we care. But we will put in a recruitment post because we're making weapons, and he'll go and get them, and that'll be good. And we put in a bunch of these timber camps, so we should be able to make some money on timber and get up those exports a little bit. We really need to do that. A lot of timber out here. And you know, when they exhaust this timber supply, they'll just go right across the bridge. But look, we got weapons here. We got armor here. Now we started saving up. Caesar wants them, and someday we'll be able to help out old Caesar. But right now, we're trying to build a military so that we don't die. Don't get crushed by the Gauls. And as I learned in my last playthrough here, you need military on both sides of your city. I'm sure we need a lot more of these guys, and it's time. So we're dancing on the edge of disaster here. Let's put in these guys. Because we no doubt need them. And they'll be glad to come. And with the increased population, we ought to do more things, but we also have to feed them. So I would suggest, I'm sure you'd agree, that we put in a couple more grain fields. Sure. How about over here? Can we put them over here? Looks like we can. We can put a field right here. Let's go down here and put in oh, we can't. We can put in one. Oh, okay. Well, that's too bad. But we'll save us some space over here. There we go. Hello. No wonder. No wonder nothing's happening over there. We gotta put in these here. Yeah. Don't know why I got all British, but we gotta put in a couple of these guys. How about him right there? Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, like that. Jeez, I thought that was already done. Now they'll take those out of here. They took the wool. They'll take the olives, and then we'll fix this up. We want olive oil. And we'll want clothing later, so let's do that. Olive oil, clothing, dang furniture. Not sure what else. Maybe pottery. I know we'll have furniture. Pottery. That'll do. That's what we want in there. Not olives. Okay. So the boys are coming down the Freedom Road or the Kingdom Road or whatever it's called, and the Republican Road, the road from the Senate to the men, to the people, and they're coming in, and there's a recruitment post here, and we can watch and see if there's any hope in the world, that there will be protection against the nasty gulls that we know are lurking out there. They're bloody lurkers, and they're out there lurking. We have our basic setup. Our military is about to happen. We got some trade routes open. Got another 15 minutes to play part 1. Here in Burdigala, I guess it's called. Burdigala. Excuse me, Burdigala, I think. Or whatever it is in Latin. Alright, we're not getting very far if we don't start importing some iron soon, but it's hard, man. Don't have the money. Gotta have it, though. Gotta sell more furniture. I think we will. We'll be alright. We'll be alright, guys. Don't worry. Maybe since we can't build anything in here, we can put in a road and make this a little more efficient. That might be nice. That way the stuff can get to them easier. There we go. There it is. There it is. That's what we're looking for. That's what we need right there. Got a nice load of wood there that people can use to make their furniture, and there's some furniture coming in, so we'll make some money there. That's what we need. We need money so we can begin to construct. We got a full granary. So our first mess hall is about to be created. Mess hall. We got our recruitment post. Now we got our mess hall, because why? We prepared. We put that farmland out there. You thought I was just having fun out there putting farmland down. But no, I had a purpose. Yes, I did. We got 5 and 6 here. We got a mess hall. I say, let's put in a nice, big, fat, heavy infantry fort right out here. I don't know if we need all that farmland. That's a little close, because they're going to come out of there. So, oh man, I hate to take up that farmland though. I don't know. Do we need it for anything? Not really. Let's take up the farmland. There you go. And you know what? Oh, that's $300 in the hole, though. I better stop right there.
Rome considers your efforts to be mediocre.
Ouch, I forgot to look at my money. Oh, gee, we got to recover that money before the end of the episode here. And we're coming up on it. Mistake. Oh, no, another mistake. I'm trying to import iron. I'm trying to make weapons. You know why this happens? You know why this happens? I'll tell you why this happens. We got plenty of time to get to December, but that's scary stuff. We're only selling 30 furniture. We need to open up that trade route for weapons and go full tilt into high-level weapons production. Once we open up the Latium trade route that sells 50 weapons and 50 armor, we never have to worry again about money, but we also need to import more iron. And luckily, Latium has iron to import, so we can do that. And then blast open our weapons production so we can save up 50 for Caesar, and we can sell 50 when he doesn't want it, and fill up our warehouses, and it's a lot of fun if the Gauls don't burn us down. If the Gauls don't burn us down is a big question. Now I've started. Nice little guy. There he is. Did you see him down there? There's a request for weapons. We're not going to do it. We're going to build up our military because he also requests military guys. Look at these guys marching right in. Brave boys that they are, marching right into the fort. Love you, boys. Get in there, get your meat, get your veggies. That granary was filled a minute ago to the brim. Now it isn't. That's good because it allows the farms to fill it up again. Yep. Love the way this game works on its own mechanics. Nothing like Caesar 3. It's a whole different game. And it's fun. Caesar 3 is fun. I played it for years too. I may show you some of that someday, I guess. I don't know. Got a lot of work to do to get through with this. What do we have here suddenly? We have a wonderful expansion of the lower classes, which we need desperately, I'm sure. I hate to do it.
Rome considers your efforts to be mediocre.
Our city needs more workers.
Oh, yeah, you're right there. 379 workers. If it's in the red like this, and it says 506 and you need 686, that means that you have 379 jobs out there that have no workers. Over here, for the jobs for the middle class, you have 22 people that do not have jobs. If these numbers all match up to these numbers, except for maybe one, like the one on the bottom, that usually doesn't even mean that. It can fool you, and it's usually in the end of the game, but it will mean that you have too many people. You have to take some people out, or you'll have crimes and unhappy people. Here you need 379 people. If you think about a fully evolved insula, lower class house has 150 people in it, it just means you need a couple of houses worth people. So it's not the worst crime in the world. And its effect is that it slows down everything. It slows down everything, which isn't good. We're in the black now. We just somehow spent a whole bunch of money bringing in some iron, so we better stop that. It's September, and we'll hope we have enough iron to get us through, and we'll stop importing iron so we can stay in the black. There we go. 366. We should be fine. Let's wait for another couple of months here and then get the iron going again. We'll keep our eye on it. But we're doing good. We got 8 guys so far. The Gauls haven't even asked to be paid off yet, so they're not around. What I was going to do is put down a missile auxiliary for those guys of archers, but it cost $600, and I only had negative $300. But this timber ship just keeps on a coming. Ooh, didn't get anything that time. And I'm sure it's not because he's got 225 timber. We didn't have any to sell him. That's not good. Interestingly, though, we could put a bunch of guys up here, too, and let them feed the import, export. We don't have the guys for it, but we could do it. It was fun to kind of go off into the woods here. Watch. Go out and stand in the woods. It's kind of fun. Isn't that pretty? Nice little day in the woods. Nice, right? Love walking in the woods. Used to. Haven't been there in a while. Too busy working. Playing these games. Yeah, it's tough on the old man's back to get out to the woods nowadays. But I used to hike up mountains and hike for miles. I spent my life biking and hiking, walking. I didn't have a car for a lot of my life because I don't believe in cars. I know you think I'm nuts. Everybody does. But I believe that they're a big part of why we're in such trouble now in the world from pollution. I know that's crazy talk, but I've lived 20 years without a car because I don't want to participate in the fossil fuel situation. I really think it is one of the major factors. But I also want to say that I don't drive because I think that driving keeps us separate from nature. which is a greater sin in my opinion. But anyway, I walked a lot, hiked a lot, spent a lot of time in the woods by a campfire. My favorite thing to do. I'll get back to it one of these days. I think I'm more of a cabin camper than a tenter anymore. Can't carry it on my back. I find a younger person to go. My friend Jan Oli, get him. Can't really tell you his real name. He's my biggest fan. Just go to all my concerts. All right, 776. We're under austerity because we're under 1,000. These guys will get angry and leave if you don't pay them. So I have to kind of take it easy and not spend any money. Look at how this glows at night. They must have some really good lanterns in there. Or maybe they have electric light in the Roman Empire. We just don't know it because of history. The pyramids were generating power. Or something like that. That's pretty bright for the Roman Empire, but I'm down. It's all good. Beautiful city in the moonlight. I think we're going to do okay. We're evolving these nice guys here. And well on the way in part 1. Just opened up a lot more timber camps. We're going to need the guys to do it. A little extra protection. Got our military up and running, so I think we're good for part 1. Take one look at our stats.
Our city needs more workers.
Our city needs more workers, of course. And we'll see.
More
here.
attention must be paid to our city's prosperity.
Boy, you got that right, buddy. But we already achieved 15 culture with our school. That's all we need. They won't like it without an odium and some entertainment, but that'll be for part 2. Halfway there with favor, we could do a little better. For prosperity, but we're just starting to our first evolution. Each evolution gives you points in prosperity, so we'll get there. It's easily done. We'll get there. Hopefully I can show you how bad these heavy infantry guys are, but Caesar's going to call for them, I think, soon. We'll have to send them off. But that's life in the big city here in the Roman Empire. What I like to do is look out and see if any military guys are coming in. Also good to check and see if you're still bringing in immigrants to come into your city. Looks pretty quiet. Sun goes down on another busy day in the Empire. Very nice. Up here in northern Gaul. No, we're not going to do that for you yet. We will one day, Caesar. We'll send you a ton of weapons, hopefully. But right now, it's a request. We do need the favor desperately. We're into January. That's nice. 1647. I want to thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing. I was very pleasantly amazed at the number of views that some of my videos have gotten. Thank you very much. It's a great honor. I'm an old artist that did art and music for many years and played in the little clubs and gave my art as gifts. But it's nice to be able to be on Facebook and YouTube and show off my many interests. There goes one of our military buddies. That's what we're waiting for. And to share my love of gaming. And along the way, tell you a story or two. Like my days in Vermont when I worked in that maple syrup factory. So I know what it's like. I worked in the schools with the fools. Gallic hordes. Well, that's a good place to stop. I'm scared now. We don't have the money to buy them off, so we're going to have to fight them. Oh my God. Well, we'll see how it goes. On the next episode, part 2 of Burdigala. Coming right up. Thanks a lot.